cheat on me, I'm be like, alright, I'm gonna take him out. We're gonna get drunk. I'm gonna get him all perked up and everything. We're gonna have a good time. Get him super twisted. Then bring a bitch around. We're gonna have a threesome. And when he wake up, he gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah, because the bitch was a tranny. I'm be like, yup, we had a threesome with a tranny. Yup, a tranny suck your dick. You don't gotta fuck another nigga to get even, bitch. There's other ways to.
Go to ashkicking.com, use Paris Milan at checkout for 15% off to get all of your personal hygiene related needs. Please go and support Soulfully Scented. They are a black owned hair care store that uses natural products. Go pick up your hair care products today at soulfullyscentedlv.com. Hey you guys, shout out to Billy. Okay, everybody say hey Billy. He was the one that reached out to me asking me to do a video about this. He was like, hey, I need you to speak out about the Cardi B thing. I have a little compilation of times that she's been very problematic to black people. We should have canceled her a long time ago. Like, this is way long overdue, but we need to set the standard that black people are not just going to take in every little stray dog that feels like they could talk with some black twang, and if they can rap and they can try to steal our culture, then we'll take them under our wing and invite them to the cookout. So I want to show you guys 5 times that we should have canceled Cardi B a long time ago, so please stay tuned for this video. So prior to Cardi B getting her start on Love and Hip Hop, where she was a breakout star, she was a stripper, and she would also do videos on Vine and Instagram, and a lot of people enjoyed her videos, and some of the videos were shared by celebrities, and she in essence became Vine famous and IG famous. And then she crossed over into mainstream media and she joined the Love and Hip Hop New York cast in 2015. I believe she officially left in 2017. Now, when she was on the Love and Hip Hop show, a lot of people loved her personality. A lot of people compared her to Jocelyn Hernandez. On the show, she was very ratchet. Obviously, she'd be fighting, and one scene in particular that I really didn't like on there was towards the end of her getting close to leaving was when she threw a shoe at this dark-skinned black woman, and it was just disgusting to me to see how savage she was on there. So ever since then, I kind of didn't like her. A lot of people were bigging her up, and then she started to get her name out there in terms of music. She had a single that was released named Bodak Yellow, and then she just kept climbing from there, doing a lot of collabs with people. She just recently won a Grammy that a lot of people feel she doesn't deserve. Me personally, I don't feel that she deserves it. And in this video, I want to give you guys 5 different cases that Cardi B has been problematic to black people. And the reason why I personally have a problem with a person like Cardi B is because Cardi B is one of those culture vultures. She is not black. She's not Afro-Latina like some of y'all like to say. She is a mestizo, and her parents clearly look like white mestizos. They don't look like they have any sort of African ancestry in them whatsoever. And because she puts on that black twang and she tries to act like she's down and she's one of those I'm from the hood type Latinas, you guys have allowed her to infiltrate your culture, completely disrespect the culture that she completely got her start from, and she has went on this tirade of disrespecting black people and nobody has put their foot down. So I feel like this video is important to show you guys why black people have been slipping for too long and letting her get away with too freaking much. And I don't want to hear it's because of her age and it's because she doesn't know any better and she's a little slow and she was in special ed and she can't LMNOP, she can't write her ABCs. I don't want to hear none of that. Okay, so here are the facts in front of you. So number 1, we're going to go ahead and address the time that she called dark-skinned black women roaches, and she also called a black woman's baby a monkey. So in 2016, I guess she was getting into it with some dark-skinned black women that were on Twitter, and here's what she had to say to one of them. Somebody posted a picture and Cardi B chimed in and said, laughing my A off, you think you look good, B? You look like 2 roaches having sex. And then she went on to another dark-skinned black woman and she said, fix that Destier weave and grow your edges, then talk to me ugly looking like a effing roach. Now, I'm sure some of you are gonna come along and say, Paris, don't you call us roaches? I call people roaches in terms of behavior. I don't ever call somebody a roach in terms of their appearance. A roach to me is one of these lazy bums out here that just pop up and appear and steal your content or steal things from you or just try to occupy your space. That to me is roach behavior. But I never call anybody a roach in appearance. And clearly roaches are darker in color sometimes. Personally, I didn't grow up in a household seeing roaches, so I had to Google what they looked like. Y'all gonna call me bougie, but it's whatever. But from what I saw, they are darker in color. So clearly she is comparing their dark skin to the color of a freaking roach. And she also got even more disrespectful. There was another black woman that she was getting into it with. Forgive me for reading things this way because it's broad, like, oh my goodness. She said, maybe if you take care of yourself and don't worried about what's wrong with other bees, he probably would have made it stop doing drugs, and maybe that monkey would have been alive, referring to her child as the monkey. So then the person responded and said, you're a H. H. How can I get mad over an H? She said, F your kids, B. Then she went on to say, and B, I got a whole future ahead of me. I'm 21. Ain't trying to have kids like you're lame A. I have choices, B. I don't gotta settle for less like you're whack A. She said, you could never hurt my feelings, Mom. Cardi B is known for calling black women racialized terms, and you already know it's super racialized to call a black person a monkey, and black people have allowed her to get away with that. So now I want to move on into the issue that she had with the black makeup artist named Black Swan. So there's this black makeup artist on YouTube named Black Swan, and she spoke of the time that she had a booking with Cardi B, and you could tell in the video that she was pretty distraught and traumatized over the experience. And she went on to explain how Cardi B was incredibly disrespectful. She was very irate. She was trying her hardest to do the makeup the way that Cardi B wanted, but she was just very ill-tempered with her. Cardi B came out and accused her of doing drugs. And I want to play that clip for you guys.
But let me tell you an experience. So, you know, a lot of people have brought my attention how this girl, this makeup artist, went on YouTube saying that I cursed her out and everything, and I hurt her feelings and I broke her heart. Let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you about that story, since women want to go on YouTube and everything. Huh? So let me tell you, right? First of all, Shorty came to my hotel room extremely late. We had literally 35 minutes to do my makeup, and she was high as fuck. Her breath smelled like she ate fucking 5 cigarettes. And then I told her as she was doing my makeup, I'm not liking how it's looking. She said, I'm not finished. And I'm like, all right, but I'm already not liking how I'm looking. So she started stacking up my makeup. And when the finished product came, I was like, I don't like it. I've been told you that I wasn't liking it. So I wiped off my makeup, right? My publicist had to go to a Walgreens to buy products to do my makeup because Shorty did a good job.
Now, it's different if somebody is doing your makeup that is not of your liking, but it's another thing when you try to save yourself out of embarrassment to say that somebody did drugs when you have zero proof of that and you're saying it in a malicious way. That is where I realized, like, wow, she really just doesn't F with black women, and black women just don't get it. You went as far to take the livelihood out of this person's hands. What if she's not able to book other clients because of that? Cardi B didn't give a F. After Cardi B made that video, Black Swan came out and said she did not show up to the set drugged up, basically that Cardi B lied on her. One thing that really irritated me with Black Swan was that she didn't feel the need to sue her. I understand Cardi B has way more money than her, but I would have sued the F out of her because that would have set the tone for her to understand that you're not going to F up my livelihood because you're embarrassed that you were outed for acting a freaking fool on set. That stunt that Cardi B did, she's only going to do that to other black makeup artists and other black women. And this is what I mean with black people, that we let way too much slide with these people, but let the tables have been turned, and Cardi B just been a little up and coming little mestizo girl who was doing this dark-skinned black woman's makeup, and she outed her for acting a fool on set. Nobody would give her the same compassion. Nobody would call her a fraud. Everybody would have completely canceled the dark-skinned black woman. Hopefully Black Swan has still been getting a steady client base. I want to move on to number 3. Now, number 3 is the time that Cardi B was starring in this skit where she was disgracing the King family. And I'm sure some of you are going to say, yeah, but it was Rip's fault because he was the one that set it up. Yeah, but Cardi B decided to act out the character. She could have turned it down.
My husband have marched in every state and have fought so we could use the same toilet as everybody. All these husbands want to sleep with my husband, but it's all right because I know he marches home to me.
Now, after seeing that clip, completely disrespectful, and I guess one can argue and say, well, it clearly is about satire because there were other black women that did it. However, it's a little bit different when you are making a mockery of fallen leaders that have died as a result of genocide. You would never see black people directing a skit that was making a mockery or being very satirical towards the victims of the Holocaust or victims who have died as a result of taking a stance against the Holocaust, and we would be completely canceled. So the fact that she felt it was okay for her to go on and play in this skit spoke volumes about how much she doesn't give a F about your plight, but it also spoke volumes about how sometimes some of our men are ignorant to our history and they participate in the disrespect of our culture and they allow other races of women to do so. And the King family did come out and state that she apologized, but to me, you were old enough to know that that wasn't really funny. Now let's move on to number 4. Okay, number 4 is more recent, and this is where the whole hashtag surviving Cardi B comes into play. So currently we are in the hashtag Me Too era, and Me Too was actually started by a black woman named Tarana Burke. She started this movement, however, the white feminists hijacked it and they turned it into this Make the Black Man the Face of Rape campaign. And since then, they have been successfully able to convict a black man in this era. Obviously, it's Bill Cosby. Ever since Bill Cosby has been convicted, there have been several black men that they have been going after, such as R. Kelly. They've been going after Michael Jackson. They have been going after Kyle Massey. And there are other black men that are going to be taken down as well during this era. There hasn't been any women that have been the face of Me Too. However, more recently, there was this video that resurfaced of Cardi B in the past where she went on this epic tirade, and I want to play it for you guys.
Yo, hours! I paid over $50,000 in studio time because you gotta pay good engineers, you gotta go to a good studio, and you gotta put in that bread. I did it with my money. So for a bitch to say that I don't motherfucking deserve it because I don't put in no fucking work, now that's when I feel like niggas is bugging. Cause I did it myself. Niggas must have forgot, my nigga, the shit that I did to motherfucking survive. Like, I had to go strip. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug niggas up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do. Nothing was motherfucking happening to me, my nigga. Nothing. So for a bitch to motherfucking say that I don't deserve shit, that's when I know that they fucking bugging. Cause they do not fucking know the shit that I had to do so niggas could take me out. Cause nobody wanted to help me. Nobody.
So after this video resurfaced, people created this hashtag named Surviving Cardi B, and she decided to come out, and this is what she had to say. So I'm seeing on social media that a live I did 3 years ago has popped back up. A live where I talked about things I had to do in my past, right or wrong, that I felt I needed to do to make a living. I never claimed to be perfect or come from a perfect world with a perfect past. I always speak my truth. I always own my ish. I'm a part, Lord Jesus, I'm a part of a hip-hop culture where you can talk about where you come from, talk about the wrong things you had to do to get where you are. There are rappers that glorify murder, violence, drugs, and robbing. Crimes they feel they had to do to survive. I never glorified the things I brought up in that live. I never even put those things in my music because I'm not proud of it and feel a responsibility not to glorify it. I made the choices that I did at the time because I had very limited options. I was blessed to have been able to rise from that, but so many women have not. Whether or not they were poor choices at the time, I did what I had to do to survive. The men I spoke about in my live were men that I dated, that I was involved with, men that were conscious, willing, and aware. I have a past that I can't change. We all do. Now, that was very deflected to me. I'm sick of everybody saying, oh, I have a past. Everybody is allowed to say that, but only black people can't really use that as an excuse. For her to try to say that these men were conscious and aware, that totally conflicts her saying that these men were drugged up. By definition, when a person is under the influence, they cannot give consent, and a lot of them are not conscious. If people were conscious and aware while they're on drugs, then we would allow people to drive while under the influence. So you can't try to backpedal out of this now. Now, I have heard of prostitutes doing this before, where if a man falls asleep, they'll just take the money or whatever, but this is something that goes way beyond that. Like, you are admitting to being a predator. What if these drugs would have killed these people? How do we know that some of these people aren't dead? And you're stealing from them. So all this talking about hard work and I put in this, I put in that, I knew it was something about her that told me that she did not deserve to be in this position. She sounds like a 2-year-old trying to rap. I'm Latina, I'm not black, I like to rap. I got the P, got the E, my name, Cardi B. Like, she doesn't even make any freaking sense, and black people behind her, ooh, that's hard, oh my god, and I'm just sitting here embarrassed. She doesn't even write her own rap. She has a ghostwriter. To me, she's not talented. She doesn't have any stage presence, but you guys allowed this hood rat to make you believe that she was something that she knew the whole time that she was not. If she didn't rob those men, who's to say that she would even be in this position? You did not earn this. You stole your way into it, per your own words. Didn't you say you stole people's money while they were drugged up, and you put their life in danger in order for you to try to get ahead in life? And I don't give a F if that's street code or whatever. That's trifling, and she's just as worse as any of these other predators out here. Now we have to segue to the last one and the grand finale, which is number 5. There was another video that resurfaced of her speaking on how she would retaliate against a man if he was to cheat on her.
Cheat on me, I'll be like, alright, I'm gonna take him out, we're gonna get drunk, I'm gonna get him all perked up and everything, we're gonna have a good time, get him super twisted, then bring a bitch around We're gonna have a threesome. And when he wake up, he gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah, because the bitch was a tranny. I'm be like, yup, we had a threesome with a tranny. Yup, a tranny suck your dick. You don't gotta fuck another nigga to get even, bitch. There's other ways to.
Now, this is very alarming to me that she seemed very, very meticulous about how she would go about it. I'm sure some of you are gonna be like, okay, well, how is that rape? If somebody is under the influence and they can't give consent and they don't know that they are with another person, that is rape. There is forms of rape orally. So for her to make claims that you drug somebody and you robbed them, and then saying how you will retaliate if he was to cheat on you, I wouldn't be shocked if she had tried that before in the past. A lot of you feminists out here want stealthing to be classified as rape now, and y'all know that's when somebody takes off the condom. So if a woman can admit to putting drugs in a man's drink and then he's unknowingly having sex with a transgender, that is also rape. So this is a demonic person here. Cardi B is a predator. She has already told on herself way too many times. I'm glad that this has come out. Now other men who have been victims of her can come out and speak about their ordeal with her. And you know what? I don't care if she's young and all that. Y'all don't give any black person a pass. Even with black women that haven't been involved in any of these sexual crimes, like a Jess Hilarious or a Chrisette Michelle or Azealia Banks, you guys have canceled them for less. You guys don't give them the same opportunity to be able to redeem themselves. But a Cardi B can admit to drugging people, robbing them. This is out of control. But again, black people have to blame themselves. This is who you allow to be the face of a black woman. This is who you allowed to make a caricature of a black woman. And it's sad that when she was disrespecting black women, nobody gave a F. It's like, yeah, y'all just get over it. But now that this story has come out, I really feel like in some regard, they still may not really give a F because it is a black man. But I really feel like that's when everybody will want us to rally together and go after her. But you should have been did this. The first time she called black women cockroaches, she should have been done. But you guys kept letting her get more emboldened. Now, I did see that there was a black man that came out and said he has been a victim of her, but I don't want to go too far into that because I haven't seen any evidence and I'm not trying to be legally held responsible in the event that this person is not being honest. But still, I'm glad that this has come to the forefront. I'm glad that she runs her mouth, that she's stupid and she told on herself. But I also think it'll make the conversation of black males who face sexual assault will start to spark up, hopefully. But I want to see if some of these white feminists and Tarana Burks and all these other women out here who are always talking about sexual crimes that women face, if they're going to speak up about this. We don't know if there's men out here who are dead because of these drugs. This is the monster that you guys made to face a rap. And to see some of these dark-skinned black women living vicariously through her, to see a lot of these celebrities vetting her, this is how you know the entertainment world is sick. When it comes to holding certain people accountable within the industry, they of course want to hold black people accountable the most. And the reason why it's such a problem is because you have men like Stephen Collins who admitted to molesting girls. I didn't hear any repercussions happening to him. You heard about the Harvey Weinstein thing. He was going to court, but just miraculously the judge that was presiding over his case just died like a day or so ago. And more than like 80% of his charges have been dropped. So all these white men that have the same level of sexual crimes that they have committed, they're not being charged, but they consistently are going after black men. And my question is, when are black people ready to officially cancel Cardi B? When are you going to stop allowing people like her to come in, make money off of you, and disrespect you, not have any regard for you? Some of y'all will be out there saying, well, her husband is black. There's so many white supremacists that are married to black people, but they hate black people. And you could see it in these women that specifically go after black men. Oftentimes they have a disdain for black women, and that's why she treats y'all like that. I don't give a F that her best friend is black. If y'all come on here with that, you're getting blocked. All I'm saying is that Cardi B has been destructive from day A, and you guys allowed this stripper thought to run amok in this industry, make millions, yet she had a sadistic past. And if all these black men can have to pay for their transgressions, she needs to do the same thing. There needs to be criminal charges pressed against her because these aren't victimless crimes. There are victims out here, and I'm sure some of them are going to be embarrassed to come forward because it's like, how do you let this woman take advantage of you? However, they need to do it because there's no telling how many other people's lives that she has destroyed with this. So anyways, you guys, let me know what you feel about times that Cardi B has been completely problematic. Are you going to cancel her, or do you feel like she should be forgiven? Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!